poke. I mean, how he was poking against Deer, knowing exactly when to stay, when to leave, his decision-making on how much his damage his Stalkers can do. I mean, his DT control, everything is looking really solid, very well prepared. I favor him now, highly, actually, going into Game 3.
He was looking a little bit rusty when he first came to his first matches against Deer, but he's slowly getting there, I feel. I'm definitely agreeing with you here. I think anyone could still take it at this point. I'm not sure about the map just yet. Check that for me. It's going to be Echo, actually, for these two guys. We'll see if Rain's very defensive style can win in this game on this very defensive map. I wouldn't be surprised. Game number 3 on Echo starting right now between Dream and Rain.
Push it, push it, push it, push it, push it.
In the top left, the Terran player from SK Telecom losing that last game. It is Dream.
To the bottom right, in blue, it's Rain. Tying it up, bringing us to this Game 3. You know what I would love to see from Dream, because he's the one who's leading the charge, he's the one who's shaping these games, molding them, is a fast third CC. The new meta, if you will. He hasn't shown us that yet, and I think it would really throw Rain off, who's playing very defensively, who's dealing with his aggression very well. I think if you switch it up on this map, could really throw Rain off and get ahead. Next level.
We got a Rain fan here, I suppose.
These signs are just getting, the story is just evolving.
What's going to happen next? He's going to be buried on the ground, maybe.
Kind of hope he loses so the story can continue.
Double gas.
Yeah, and the gas coming out here for Dream does indicate he's not going to be doing, you know, a super early CC. By the way, check out all these selfies. Link, thank you so much for posting this. I like your Archon wallpaper.
I never miss a game. Zest is best. It's very small text, but that's what it said there.
Hell yeah. Aww.
It's Proxy.
It's Proxy Wolf. Look at you, man. You look the best, actually. Everyone else has like something crazy, and then you're just Valdez, very handsome, chiseled face. Look at this Proxy pylon again from Rain. This is very aggressive.
Okay, this time it's going to be a Stargate.
No, this time it's Proxy Immortal push.
Yeah?
We've been wrong every time, essentially.
Insane.
Let's see what he does. I think it is going to be
pretty fast.
I think it is going to be a Stargate, though.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes. Yeah, there it is.
Okay.
Coming down, and the build that Dream is doing. Once again, you get the Reaper, then you get the Reactor. It's a while before these Marines can get out in a high enough number to deal with this, especially if you go for 2 Oracles. And he's also blocked the little ramp, or the cliff there. He's going to have 1 Stalker out to deny the Reaper at the ramp as well.
You know, you and I talked about this during the break, and we haven't really talked about it too much, but I want to, is how both, Myungshik and Rain showing a lot of aggressive play in this matchup, but Myungshik especially, the way we saw him play those games very aggressively all initially, almost, made it feel like, oh, he sneaks through.
What?
That was pretty...
He messed up the building placement there. It's pretty unfortunate.
Well, this is a good scout here. He's going to force some probes off the line. But going back to what I was saying is, if you're preparing like Rain and Myungshik for the only Terran in the group, you don't even necessarily know like how many times you're going to play him, how many matches you're going to play. You might see some more aggressive builds, some more all-in builds, because you're going to be pairing mostly for PvP. I feel like Rain is showing us some semblance of that in his play right now, because Rain could have come into this and only played PvPs potentially. He might not even have hit Dream. So, but I like how varied he is in these aggressive builds. Like, he's really changing it up. Now, here comes an Oracle.
This is going to be really strange. By the way, the engineering bay was on the way before he even got into the main base and saw the gas, so he's been suspicious about this as well.
The thing is, this has to be a blink, right? Okay, because you would never want to force turrets and then go DTs, right? So he's adding the gateways at the hidden location, some of them anyways. And this is a 1-base blink follow-up.
Yeah, this is going to be pretty interesting. I think it will be powerful as well. If you can get out a pretty critical mass of Stalkers, as well as just having one Oracle for spotting with the blink in the first place, but also just doing some pretty good damage against a lot of Marines.
You know, this is a... God, I'm so happy to see that this matchup's meta in particular, which was stale for so long, is really... It's gotten a lot more flexible. This is not like a meta-changing move here. This is just unique. We're seeing one base play from both Rain and Myungshik in a group with one Terran. That makes sense. People are taking chances. They're taking risks. If he wins with this, he moves on. It's just as simple as that. Big risk, big reward. Let's see if it pays off.
I think he's also saying, like, it's not that much of a risk, because even if he does lose, I mean, he destroyed Deer. Like, made it look easy. And then he might even face Myungshik, which I'm sure he'll be confident against as well.
Deer has, or rather not Deer, Dream has pre-evacuated his base.
He knows something's coming.
He saw it's one base. He saw the gates. He's like, I'm not falling for any of this. The key here, the most important unit is the Oracle. Without the Oracle, he doesn't get vision. So he has to not... If the Oracle dies to this Widowmine, it's all over. The game is over. He loses the game if he loses the Oracle. It's that critical. Another bunker, he's like bunker pushing over. He needs the Oracle. Okay, detection here now to help push these Widowmines back. Gets a free kill on that one. More than detection, it's for the high ground vision. It's so important.
2 Widowmines out here in a very nice place. If Rain blinks up, he could just blink straight into it if he's not paying attention. I think he does see it, though.
If he blinks straight into this, you should... Okay, no, he actually avoids all the damage. Targets the Widowmine. Very well done. There's a lot of Marines here. The SCVs come back, but he's just going to blink away individually. But this push loses power over time. It loses its efficiency.
He doesn't lose a single Stalker, so nicely done. And he's also going for a Nexus, something that Myungshik would, honestly never do.
Yeah.
But you got to do it in situations like this. He's just going to try to find as much damage as possible and then transition eventually.
Right now, he has 0 units lost. Rain has not lost a single unit in this game. It's probably about to change. But his control has been phenomenal. Okay, starts to lose some of these Stalkers. He's trading well, and he can blink away towards that empty bunker now to the right side.
Yeah, he's just going to get out pretty much scot-free.
Even going to maybe kill this before the salvage gets off? Oh, not quite. Taking out a few more Marines with no stim, which has been kind of an issue for Dream in these games he's played. It's just so difficult to actually continue to fight. He's getting +1 first because he already has the eBay. No tech labs, though, because he went for that factory opening.
I wonder if he could poke at that orbital. Looks like he's thinking about it.
Yeah, he's just trying to force these units in. He's going to use that orbital, like you said, to force his units to come out. And he's going to kill the Marines. And every time that Dream just sits there waiting, he's going to take damage on that orbital.
He's just going to fly it away. Nicely done. Now he's got 3 Stalkers up here on the high ground. Use them for vision as well. Just
he's forcing him.
Units.
He's just forcing him to use these Marines, where the Marines will actually never win without stim. He should just give up the depot. It's not worth a depot to lose this many Marines. Stim has finally started here. Nearly 11 minutes, kind of like we saw last game. He really wants to save that depot and actually take this fight.
He's going to try. There's 1 Marauder, now 2 in the back. But again, just very nice micro out of Rain.
With good Blink micro in comparable unit numbers, Blink Stalkers will never lose to bio without stim, as long as you micro properly. Because they can just simply always escape. They outrange Marines by default, and if you micro the weakened ones back, so they don't take any more than shield damage, by the time that they're at the front again, their shields are recharged. I like this drop a lot, and I think that Rain knows that this is about the time where there's too many medevacs out. He needs to go home.
Yeah, Rain is playing this so well, man. He's just got his timings all down. The builds are very varied, very nice. And he's transitioning back at home as well.
I like the Warp Prism. I think it's a really cool move.
You like the Colossus drop that's coming in?
No, that's never going to happen. Please. Oh my god. So, this drop should be easily shut down with all these Stalkers coming home.
Oh, they're kind of out of position here.
Yeah, actually. And
oh
my
god,
oh, he's not even paying attention? What in the world? That was, like, so lucky that it only got 6 kills. So lucky. Like, let me say that one more time. That was so lucky, okay, that only got 6 kills. And you know what? He still doesn't have detection for it. They're halfway reset.
He's trying to get out of his observer. There's one. He's trying to get out a second one.
Oh, my God. They're going to go off again. They're going to go off again, Valdez. Are you ready for this? Here we go. Oh, no, they don't.
Just barely.
Oh, my goodness. What a game this turned out to be. Stargate is eliminated. Several pylons going down, which actually forced him to remake some. It's going to be supply blocked here for a moment. Oh. I can't take it, Valdez.
It's still got the damage done, and even the, I think the medevac survived. And look at this, War Prison just going to be looking for some damage with some Zealots. No Colossus drop.
He knows that Dream will likely be moving out because he thinks there's a third base. Checks. There isn't one. Attacking into this with Colossi there, way risky.
Even just one. I mean, very Marine-heavy composition right now from Dream. And with sentries out here as well, like, you can't get up that ramp.
All right. I think the best plan here for Dream is really just to make sure he doesn't get a third base, maybe take his own. Zealots in the main base, meanwhile, getting unloaded. Could do a warp in.
Oh, nice. And all the while, Dream is just trying to force this, but it's just never going to work. He's not going to get up that ramp. And all the units are just parading across the map. This is going to take off so much pressure from Rain. Immediately, some units come back.
Yeah, no, I really like that he continues to try to force that, because if you notice in those engagements when he was attacking there, he always knew when to turn around, so he only got like one unit trapped in each force field. He was really well calculated with that. And again, it just kept denying the third base of Rain. So tempo-wise, he's hoping that he's going to be able to come up here with his double starport build, come in with 4 Viking at a time, or perhaps even just 3 Viking at a time and hit a timing. But what he doesn't know is that Rain on his 2 bases has been teching up very quickly to Storm. And Storm is basically the answer to those SCV pulls.
That's also the reason why he's got so little cast compared to as much minerals. He's doing this off of 2 bases, very hard to do.
That was the first mistake that Dream made, like overextending over those force fields. You see, that's what he's afraid of. That's why he was so careful.
Whoa, that Oracle just got 7 kills, 13 in total. Nice little bit of damage, 41 SCVs for Dream.
Yeah.
He's not even making more.
He wants to do that SCV pull. He's not going to be doing it with the Ghost Academy, and Storm is on the way. It's nearly finished. 12 seconds to go. Oh, look at this. This is cute. Can actually get the Cyber Core as well.
Yeah, and that's more than cute. That's fantastic.
And now if he forces these Colossi over, the Vikings are going to protect. This is really cool.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
One of the downsides, he's already got a second Cybernetic core on the way. And I think he's just going to be wanting to make High Templar and Zealots.
He never replaced... Oh, man, this is terrible for Dream. He never replaced that turret. He's using so many SCVs back at home. So he can get 7 more, 6 more. And Zealots warped into the main.
Going straight for the add-ons, too. Vikings trying to get a position here. But again, how are you ever going to push up that ramp?
He just can't. He needs to just let it go. Deal with this drop, defend it, and try to get Ghosts out. He's got the Ghost Academy on the way. It's still 2 base versus 2 base. There's no third base. He has the army advantage in size. The tech is the problem. Just keep fighting the good fight, like over here where your army's spread. Ooh. Oh, this is a great position here. Even though the Vikings eat Storms are doing their job, he has to keep kiting back, though. Good blink forward.
Nice bit of kiting. The Storm actually hitting a lot of those Zealots. The question is there just too much Protoss here? It looks like it's fantastic Storms to follow up. A lot of these units very, very low.
Yeah. Ghost Academy's done, but nothing for them to be supported by. It looks like this is going to be it. Rain's going around the bait down. Looking really solid.
Oh, yeah.
I was very impressed with this play today.
I'm just very surprised that Dream was never willing to go into a later game against Rain. He just never even made a third CC.
Yeah, he's like evacing his main base now.
Yeah. He just like never even had the thought of it.
It's just so strange the way Dream is playing today. The funny thing is he looked so confident going to this group.
And he was super confident in the interview too.
Yeah, but looking at his play, it looks anything but confident. And he's, again, we talked about this a lot. We talked about Maru having some issues in Pro League, especially versus Protoss because of the shifts in meta and stuff like that. He's just headbutting into Rain, who is directly countering his builds in every way. insanely safe play against Widow Mines, and then rushing High Templar as soon as he identifies what Dream's doing, because he's constantly scouting with a Warp Prism and Observers that there's no third base, so he knows, okay, he's just going to attack me with a bunch of Vikings. I'm already transitioning into Templar. I'm way ahead of you, Dream.
Scouting Marine reports not the best info. Dream goes back home. But I think it's only a matter of time here before Rain just pushes across. He's got the sickest army right now.
Yeah, it's 30 army supply up. Even with perfect EMPs, even without Storm, he's going to have trouble fighting this Colossus army. Not to mention the upgrades are even. Charge is nearly done. And make no mistake, Dream is only on 2 bases, the same as Rain. But Rain still has a better tech. Dream needs to have an explosion of units he just isn't affording right now. He has 3 ghosts on the map. Even an SCV pull is just like not even a good idea.
I kind of do like that Rain is just going back home. He's just saying, okay, I'm so far ahead. I'm just going to max out, I suppose, and move across, wait for my charge, wait for my +2, and then kill him. And Dream is just waiting in a very nice concave. You don't really want to fight into that. And Dream is the one who has to find the damage. When you're ahead this much, it's really Dream who has the pressure on him.
It's a really strange group of units going to the bottom left. Perhaps he wants to snipe the Twilight Council. Okay, no, he's just...
Maybe the Warp Prism.
Yeah, maybe so. Okay, well, he's going to come from another side. In that group of units, he has no ghosts, so he can't like get a side EMP. Oh, look at that Storm. Okay, gets rid of a lot of those Templar for just a few Marauders. Okay, I don't think Dream should fight this even on the high ground. Oh, look at this. Trade out this Templar for decent EMP. Actually, Templar survives, so he can come in for another Storm if he doesn't finish that off. These reinforcements need to be rallied to the army, not to that little turret over there.
Dream, I think, needs to split up his army a little bit better than this against a lot of ghosts already. 4.
Yeah, I'd almost like to see him just like have like a second wave. Killing that Observer would be so nice right now. There he goes, but too late before that Storm gets... Oh, way too much damage. He ate that whole Storm on his entire army. Way too much damage. Just going to eat all of that medevac energy, and he's still not even fully restored. Now, this is the kind of splitting I'd like to see, but it's a bit too late. Some snipes going down here, but look at this. Time Warp. They zone this army out. There's no way he takes this fight.
Oh, boy. Giants blink over there to the right side. So many Vikings, and the Colossi not really hitting the bio.
Yeah, the bio back here behind Forces protecting against his Zealots, but this just goes to show how ahead he is. GG. Yeah. He doesn't even need his Zealots to
that
wreck
was the
that
follow-up, yeah. Rain gets through in first place, shutting down the dreams of Dream, who said that he was going to get through easily. Dream not looking as cocky anymore.
When his defense, his 2 opponents he's got to face now, you know, they're not on Rain's level. You know, I said earlier, Zir had a shot at taking Rain out in PvP, but that's mostly because of the matchup more than anything else. But I look at Zir versus the other 2 Process, especially Myungshik. If he ends up rematching against Myungshik, it's going to be a tough time for Myungshik, especially based on what we saw from him earlier.
And for me, I think either Zir or Myungshik could get through that matchup. You were saying probably Myungshik is prepared a bit more for the PvP.